Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to today's event. I'm Jason Gumpert from msdynamicsworld.com. Really pleased to welcome you to today's session all about the contact center agent experience in Dynamics 365 Omnichannel for customer service. And I'm also really pleased to welcome our presenter today, Jeremy Querido. He's going to be taking us through today's session. And as we begin, please know that as Jeremy presents today, we do welcome your questions. Look for the questions block in the webcast interface, enter them as we go, and Jeremy and the Mazars team will be taking those questions after the session ends. So without any further delay, I think we're ready to get started. Jeremy, I'm going to hand things off to you.
Great, thanks so much. Thanks everyone for joining today. My name is Jeremy Querido. I'm a solution architect over at Mazars in our Microsoft practice, focusing on Dynamics customer engagement and the Power Platform. I've been working with Dynamics platform for a little over 10 years now, starting with CRM 2011. So I've been able to see the full evolution and excited to share some more information about it today. So this session is going to focus on how to empower contact center agents with Dynamics 365 Omnichannel for customer service. How do we give customer service agents the tools and the information that they need to provide the best service to their customers using this platform? There we go. So in today's discussion, we're going to start with just a brief Dynamics 365 Omnichannel for Service overview. What does the platform actually do? Talk about the unified data and that single pane of glass that agents can access. How does AI and bots help optimize that experience? And how can we turn cost centers? What are the ways that contact centers can turn from a cost center into a potential revenue generator? And then I'll show a brief demo kind of highlighting some of this at the end. So Dynamics 365 Omnichannel for Service overview. What is Dynamics 365 Omnichannel for customer service? It's an expansion of the Dynamics 365 service platform, and it really expands in the omnichannel across all digital and voice, including native voice channels. So you're able to engage with customers, agents, and customers are able to engage across multiple digital and voice channels, all within that unified experience. It has unified customer data and personalization. So that customer 360 and all that contextual data around those interactions helps to really personalize that customer experience and reduce inefficiencies that a lot of organizations face today with siloed data. Has a very robust routing and automation tool set, so an enterprise-grade routing using rules and skills to ensure accurate work distribution. So beyond just queues, really being able to use this routing and these skills to find the right agent for each interaction. And real-time insights. So visibility into sentiment and operational efficiency across agents. So we have real-time sentiment analysis. We have real-time analytics that are available to both agents and supervisors in the tool. It's able to power end-to-end customer experiences. So when we look at that end-to-end customer experience, it starts with that rep being able to engage with those customers over the variety of digital and voice channels. They're able to provide intelligent support using the tool, personalize that experience for the customer from those interactions. Using insights within the tools, they're able to have recommendations provided to them. So the tool is working, the AI capability is working to provide that information and those insights as they're talking with those customers and hopefully resolving their issues. And then virtual agents are there on the front end to really help reduce those low complexity requests and problems that come into agents that overburden them. So that this combination of these three areas really works together to hopefully provide the most effective outcome, the best service for customers, increasing that customer satisfaction and hopefully turning your contact center into a revenue generator. So I have a couple of contact center KPIs that you'll see here that I'll touch upon briefly. The first is average handle time. So these are a couple of KPIs that are fairly common and tracked within contact centers. 6 minutes and 3 seconds, that's just the global benchmark. There's gonna be a lot of factors that go into that could vary that greatly. But that's just a global benchmark. An average handle time is total talk time plus hold time plus follow-up time divided by the total calls. So you're really looking at what's the total amount of time that this is taking to resolve, and it's a very important metric to track within your contact center. The second one is first contact resolution. So first contact resolution is any time whenever an agent is interacting with a customer, that agent is able to resolve that issue or request within that first contact. So they're not transferring to anybody. They're able to resolve that quickly. And 70% to 75% is the global benchmark across industries as that for that particular KPI. So these are a couple of KPIs that are really key to track, and you want to make sure that your contact center is tracking these. These are going to really help improve overall operational efficiency as you're diving into the whys of, why is it taking longer for some of these requests to go through, potential bottlenecks and transfers that don't need to happen, etc. So just a couple of KPIs to keep in mind. So the typical customer service functional concerns, one is lack of unified experience across channels. You want that consistent experience across all of your digital and voice channels. You want that consistency on both the customer side and on the agent side. Lack of visibility and context into the data. If data is siloed and you don't have that full visibility into all that data, if that contact center agent doesn't have that visibility, they're not going to be as effective. And lack of insight and intelligence for action. So if you don't have the proper analytics and insight in place for your supervisor and agents to be able to monitor all the activity, and you don't have that additional intelligence to help these contact center agents, it's really going to be a concern for your operation. As the customer service landscape changes and the technology changes, now we're seeing increased use of proactive support models. So moving away from just reactive into more proactive support, leveraging the technologies and tool sets that we have today. Continued growth of omnichannel engagement, so continued expansion into those digital and social channels and voice channels, and really improving those customers' experiences across. And then increased adoption of powerful AI capabilities. AI is extremely important. You hear it all the time. It's really going to help both on the customer side and on the agent side, really help improve those experiences and help those help faster resolution on those requests. And it's just, in this Gartner note, it just really is saying that more and more customer service organizations, as they embed AI, they can look for operational efficiency growth by as much as 25% in the future. So how does Dynamics 365 provide that foundation for optimal customer service? So the first area is agent empowerment, which we're going to talk about today. Out-of-the-box case and knowledge management. So being able to access all of your knowledge base articles and all of your cases and process those efficiently within one place. Speedy case resolution, dashboards and data. We're going to touch upon that a little bit today. So all of that data is available to agents and supervisor to increase that resolution speed. You're able to analyze agent performance and business impact from that data as well. And then helping to deflect that low complexity call volume with the help of virtual agents. It's all going to really empower agents to focus on those more complex issues. Then we look at personalized service. So again, that consistent omni-channel customer experience is going to be critical as your customers are engaging with you. If they're not happy with your chatbot, if the calls are great, but the chatbot is not so great, it's going to frustrate them. So you want to make sure that you have the right experience for each channel. You don't have any friction. It's a frictionless experience across each channel. Support self-service with interactive web portals. So self-service is very important, that 24/7, 365 service. Give your customers a really good self-service experience so they're able to handle a lot of these requests on their own. Personalize and use virtual agents to automate case resolution and personalize those interactions with those customers. And finally, giving customers a voice. So voice of the customer is critical to ensure you get that continuous improvement feedback from customers. Whether they're satisfied or not, you want to hear all that feedback, and those surveys and that customer voice is critical. And finally, technology unification. So again, that AI embedded and driven processes with unified data, accelerating case resolution, automating workflows. That's all going to help. With that technology is all going to help agents as they process this information. Native integrations, native platform integrations, allowing you to collaborate and communicate and capture this data effectively. And then also being able to, bring your own channels, and so bringing your own voice channel if you have your own telephony system, the channel integration framework, integration there, being able to bring all that and unify that within the tool. So let's talk about unified data and the single pane of glass. So what does a unified experience look like in omnichannel service? So it's going to streamline agent and it has a streamlined agent and supervisor work experience. So agents and supervisors will have access to real-time dashboards, conversations, and analytics through a single interface. Unified interface across both voice and digital channels. So again, that unified interface and consistent experience provides, it provides agents a way to engage with their customers across both digital and voice channels. And then centralized customer data. So your overall customer summary, your native transactional integrated line of business data. So any of your external data that you want to integrate into the system, rounding out that customer 360-degree view, helps to reduce the multi-application inefficiencies. Every second counts. So the more agents are going to have to bounce around to different applications, the more time it's going to take. You need to bring that all in as much as possible for those agents to have that data at their fingertips. So looking specifically at this experience, I'm going to kind of break down when an agent first logs into the tool, what they're going to see. So along the lines of the previous slide, it starts with that initial landing page, that initial dashboard. So, and these are all configurable. You have your classic dashboards, your interactive dashboards, your agent dashboards that are more session-based, fully configurable, so you have the right data available to the agent. You have your ongoing conversations and sentiment. Now, this is really powerful for full visibility into all agent conversations that are active. Supervisors can monitor and then, assist agents as needed. If it's a very negative conversation, they can look, they can see that negative sentiment and jump in as needed to help with that customer and hopefully lead to a positive response. And then again, those intraday insights, those analytics, those real-time conversation insights are going to be critical. So, your supervisors and managers and even agents, as they're monitoring operations, giving those key KPIs and the visibility within that single pane of glass. And looking at the customer sessions, so as agents are engaged with customers, whether it's through chat, text, voice, this is that single pane of glass that Microsoft has done a great job out of the box of providing the agent, but still gives you the ability to configure and bring data in as needed to round out that experience. So kind of breaking down this single pane of glass. On the left-hand side, you're going to see, the customer session. Since this is a multi-session experience, you'll see one or many sessions that the agent is actively engaged with. You'll see next to it the conversation pane. So again, this is going to be the real-time speech to text if you're using voice channels. All the text that's coming through if they're using the live chat, the Power Virtual Agents, all that contextual information that's up front from the customer before it reaches the agent, you're going to have full visibility within the conversation pane. And at the very top, they'll have sentiment, real-time sentiment being tracked. Moving over to the customer summary pane. So, if this customer is, this will automatically recognize the customer. So you'll see we've got the contact quick view. So it automatically recognize we're already working with Dave. You'll see we have a chat request in the top right-hand corner that's coming in from another customer, but actively we're working with Dave, and it was able to recognize him and bring up all of his information very quickly. So we have the conversation summary. So this, again, that added context around who is the person that initiated this, and some additional details behind that conversation before it reaches the agent. The customer timeline and interaction history, so the full history of all the interactions that customer has had with the company. And looking at customer related data, so what we're able to do is look at things like recent cases, recent orders, any of the related data in the system that you want to bring, you can configure and bring onto this form, so you have all that in one spot. And along with that, you can have it in a tabbed view. So you'll see cases and orders. We have claims and bank transactions. So depending on your industry and the data that is native to the tool, and the data you want to bring in externally, you can build out this entire profile on this single screen. So the agent doesn't have to leave this screen and go into different systems. They'll have the data at their fingertips. So the next section we're going to talk about is AI and bot optimization and how they're going to help our agents. So starting with virtual agents, so we have the Power Virtual Agent chatbots that are going to provide automation of those very trivial customer requests and issue resolution, relieving additional agent burden. So you don't want to burden your agents with trivial, low complexity customer requests. You want them to focus on the complex complex high value issues with customers. And Power Virtual Agents are going to help you do that with their chatbot capability. You have voice and chat intelligent routing. So we talked a little bit about routing in the beginning. That enterprise grade intelligent routing reduces handoffs and delays, ensuring the right agents are engaged with customers. So making sure you've got the right people on that first contact with the customer engaged and you're not having to transfer. Real-time conversation sentiment. So that AI-powered sentiment analysis and indicators help agents, supervisors provide that right level of assistance. And that's gonna ultimately improve overall customer satisfaction, hopefully turning those negative conversations into very positive ones at the end. And then finally, we have the Agent Smart Assist. So this is the Smart Assist spot that has real-time contextual insights and recommendations and helps and guides agents to faster resolution. So this is going to be a way to proactively kind of alert agents based on data, based on context for that customer and help guide them through as they're engaged with them. So looking at Power Virtual Agents, again, we talked about that, kind of automated resolution of requests, reducing that low complexity volume and keeping that agent focused on complex problems. Voice and chatbot capability, so creating both voice and chatbots through the Power Virtual Agent platform. So you're giving both that IVR experience and your digital chatbot capability all through Power Virtual Agents and using that native voice, using the native voice channel as well. So you'll have seamless omni-channel integration and agent transfer from those chatbots and voice bots. And contextual agent handoff. That issue context and conversation is captured up front and visible to the agent after the transfer to increase their processing efficiency. They're going to have all the context that they'll be able to review by the time that the customer is engaging with them. When we look at voice and chat intelligent routing, that automated routing through skills, so attaching agent skills and assignments and ratings improves that work item distribution. It helps with routing automation and that first contact agent qualification accuracy. So making sure you have the right agent for that customer request. And routing through machine learning. So being able to set up and train intelligent skill finder models through machine learning and data to help predict skills required for work items. So being able to load up history of interactions and skills and having machine learning and AI be able to process that and help with prediction in the future. So you'll see on the right-hand side, if customers has a laptop failure and you've got skills set up, it's going to go through those automated routing rules and find that technician with the proficient rating that'll be able to address that specific customer request based on context. Looking at real-time conversation sentiment. So we have supervisor monitoring and CSAT, which is critical. So complete visibility again into all that ongoing conversation sentiment across agents, acting as needed to help resolve and improve overall customer satisfaction. And then using sentiment to hopefully cross-sell and upsell. So if you have a negative conversation, it turns positive. Look for those cross-sell, upsell opportunities with those satisfied customers at the end before they hang up, because you never know, they could buy additional products and accessories for the issue that they had. And then finally, the Agent Smart Assist. So knowledge base in similar cases out of the box, you can enable contextual knowledge base relevance in similar cases through the native agent AI agent bot capabilities. So out of the box, you can turn this on, and this is going to enable that Smart Assist to go find those relevant knowledge base articles based on all the context of you and the customer and how you're engaging. And then you can also build custom Smart Assist bots. So this is going to be more on the technical side, where you can create custom Smart Assist bot solutions. So leveraging the bot framework that Microsoft has some examples out there and adaptive cards, you can proactively alert agents through conversation context. So things like next best actions, assisting with cross-sell, upsell, all those different scenarios where you can build a bot, it can read the context, it can look at customer information, and provide agents with little snippets of alerts and insights as they're engaging. And finally, what are some ways that we can look at the contact center and transforming it from a cost center to a potential revenue generator? So when we look at revenue generation within a contact center, it's really a lot of it's going to focus around really that service and sales collaboration. So you want to increase that cross-department communication, training those agents, delivering those strategic and personalized experience for high value and loyal customers and opportunities in collaboration with the sales team. So that service and sales collaboration, rather than just service reacting to issues, having them collaborate with the sales team on potential additional revenue generation with these customers if they've had a great experience. And along those lines, same lines as cross-sell, upsell. So that agent is going to have, hopefully, that full purchase history along with all the contextual insights, the sentiment from the conversation. So, the tool, so being able to provide agents with cross-sell and upsell capability during those customer interactions is a way to, hopefully generate a little bit more revenue out of that contact center. And then finally, incentivizing agents. So helping to motivate them through rewards, praise, and recognition for achieving performance and revenue goals. So if you have goals, potential revenue targets, or you just want to help motivate them, improve morale, that's all going to go towards really helping them be much more productive and really generate that, potential additional revenue for your company. All right, so last piece I wanted to go through here is just a quick demo kind of highlighting what I had talked about before within Dynamics Omnichannel. Go ahead and, all right, I think I got it right. Okay, so what this demo is going to show, there's a customer who has an issue with their laptop battery. So they had recently purchased a laptop, accidentally dropped it, and realized that the battery is having issues charging. So they've gone to our self-service portal, they've interacted with our chatbot. The chatbot was unable to resolve their issue, so they need to speak to an agent. It's a little bit more complex beyond what the chatbot could handle, so they need to speak to an agent. Using skills and the routing that we talked about, that request is now getting routed to the right agent within the system. And I'm going to kind of walk through what you're going to see here in that full customer interaction. So here you'll see the agent is the first landing area for them. So they're tabbing through. You saw the dashboard to start, the insights that they had with sentiment. Now they're going into the intraday insights. So this is that initial landing page that I showed as when the agents first access Omnichannel for customer service. So you'll see that there's a chat request from that customer coming in. The agent's going to go ahead and accept it. They have the full context around the issue that was reported through that chatbot. Agent's going to quickly introduce themselves. You'll see that conversation automatically recognize Dave has all of his information. Agent's just showing here how you can have all the information on the right-hand side, scrolled, the related data, tabbing through kind of what I talked about before with that customer 360 data, having all that at his fingertips. So the first thing the agent's going to do, he's just going to go ahead and review the order information. So he sees the laptop order that the customer had recently placed. If you have a warranty information, any of that you want to bring into the tool, the agent has some Smart Assist alerts you'll see here on the top right-hand corner with some knowledge base articles. But they're just going through a quick review of the product. If there's any warranty, etc. They can also search the knowledge base. So you're going to see product damage that they're searching here. We've got damaged or defective products. We've got the procedure to follow. So the agent is, again, looking at all the data. All this is accessible to them within that single pane of glass. So what they're saying right now is they're replying back saying they're going to go ahead and create a case, process the return, and ship a replacement battery out immediately to the customer based on all the information that they have. So what this allows them to do, again, is quickly access this data. Customer at this point is very happy about that, appreciates the quick response, and now the agent just showing you how you can quickly create that new case for that laptop battery right within the application. Don't have to leave it at all, staying within the same screen. At this point, before the agent is hanging up the phone, wanted just to check to see if there are any available offers, and there actually is for this customer. It's 25% off laptop accessories. So agents letting the customer know that as a valued customer, there's a 20% off, 25% off laptop accessory discount for them, which customers can reply, that's fantastic. And you can also use that Smart Assist bot to alert the agent as well. So if you have these offers and you want to alert the agents through that Smart Assist panel, you can do that as well. Again, just keeping it proactive as much as possible for them. So the rep at this point, the agent is letting them know that a rep is going to follow up with them just to make sure that everything went well with that battery shipment and also this offer. You're going to see the top right-hand corner, it saw a follow-up, and it's actually prompting them to go ahead and create that follow-up phone call with that rep. Again, that's all within the same screen. So creating that follow-up call within the platform. And at this point, they're able to close out this particular interaction. So you're able to see everything, one screen, all the related data, within the tool. Never had to jump out of this tool at all. Customer initially had that issue. You'll see at the very top that positive sentiment. So they're happy with the service that they received. We even had an offer that we extended to them. So that extra incentive, additional revenue generation that we talked about, additional sales to keep this customer happy. So that closes out that session. So just a quick little demo to show you kind of how all that works within the tool. In closing, so this is our just a quick snapshot of our Microsoft practice here at Mazars. We have specialists across the full stack, and we have a great team here, not only focusing on Dynamics, but Azure, digital workplace, business applications. One thing that I wanted to note is that we actually just implemented the Dynamics 365 customer service platform for our client care managed services offering. So we went through, did the full implementation. It went extremely well. We had a pretty short timeline, so we were actively using the service platform within Dynamics. We had external integration with one of our support partners. We leveraged the Power Platform to be able to integrate, synchronize support tickets between the two systems. So, we're going to be planning on expanding out to Omnichannel. So we are actively using this, and its customers have been thrilled. Our agents have been thrilled with how easy the platform is to use, and really help satisfy those customers. And if you want to, if you have any questions, any follow-up, please feel free to reach out to me. You can follow Mazars on the links that you see there. And I thank everyone very much for your time today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
All right, thank you so much, Jeremy, and thanks to everyone in the audience. Again, you can put your questions right into the webcast Q&A block, or you can reach out to Jeremy afterwards. With that, we're going to conclude today's event. Have a great day, everyone.